making electricity in a lead battery using lead, lead-2 oxide, and sulfuric acid. Here we have a 12-volt lead battery. Let's see what's inside. As we could see in the picture, there is a liquid inside of the lead battery, and there is also plates. There are positive and negative plates. The negative plates are the lead plates, and the positive plates are the lead dioxide plates. The liquid is the lead sulfate. Here we have the unbalanced equation. Since this is a reduction-oxidation equation, we can split it up to make it easier to balance. To start off, we have lead becoming lead sulfate, sulfate being a polyatomic ion. To balance each side, we can add sulfate to the reactant side, and then since sulfate has a charge of -2, you have to add 2 electrons on the product side. Now, since we finished balancing the first part of the equation, we can move on to the second part and balance that. To balance out this equation, you must add sulfate to the reactant side. Now, to balance out the oxygens, you must add 2 H2O on the product side. And since the oxygens add in hydrogens, you must add 4 H to the reactant side. Now, to cancel out the charges, you must finally add 2 electrons to the product side. And you have a balanced equation. Now, once you add those 2 equations together, you can see that they are both balanced on each side. Going back to the unbalanced equation, we can clearly see that it does not work. But when we balance the equation, both sides were equal. These are the types of bonds in the reaction. Lead is ionic, oxygen is double covalent, sulfate is covalent, hydrogen is covalent, and lead dioxide is covalent. Now that we know how the equation works, let's see how the lead battery works in real life. Normally, lead batteries are used inside of cars. Here, going back to the picture of seeing the inside of the battery, we can see that we have the plates again and the liquid. The current flows from the lead oxide cathode to the lead oxide anode. After, lead gives up its electrons to the lead oxide. Once the electrons are switched, both of these become lead sulfate. Going back to the first picture of the lead battery, we can see that it says 12V, which stands for 12 volts. Each set of plates conducts 2 volts, so on average, each lead battery has 6 sets of plates inside of it to make a total of 12 volts. And that is how electricity is made in a lead battery.